Right, so let's have a look at creating a texture renderer in Scene Worker. So the first thing we're going to do is select a root node and create a primitive. Let's create a box. Our box here, and we can see that's a box. So now let's add a texture state. New render state, texture state, add state, and let's load, or let's select the texture state and right click, and we have an option, new render to texture. Okay, and let's just say block it to the screen dimensions, create it, and now we can see that the texture state has a texture 2D here, which is a render to texture, or texture render, which has a scene associated with it. So first thing we'll do is that we'll just add something to that scene, and let's add a box, and you can see that the box has appeared there. So with this box, let's add a texture to that box. So new render state, texture state, add state, and let's load a texture into this box. Let's go test, data, texture, and dirt. Let's load dirt. Okay, so we can modify the camera that is used to render this texture by basically selecting the texture and saying modify camera, and let's move them in on Z. We can move them in there. Done. Now let's do something a bit more special to it. Let's add a spatial transformer. New controller, spatial transformer, add controller. Let's click data here, and we'll give it a new keyframe at time of 2. And let's give it a rotation of 180 at this time. Okay, and we'll cycle that. Now you can see that the texture, or the object, looks a bit strange because it seems to be rendering the faces incorrectly. So let's just add another render state, and let's add a cull state. Okay, and in our cull state we'll just cull all backface polygons, and now our texture appears correct. So we can look at all the sides of this, and you can see that it's rendering the texture. So let's modify the background of this texture so that we can get it to blend in with the background correctly. So edit background color, and we'll select black. Okay, so now for the box, let's add a blend state, and basically we can view anytime that we want to kind of look at what the possible blending might be. We can right click on blend state and open up the blend calculator, which is just basically a utility to show you what will happen when you set the blend states. So let's say if the source color is black, okay, and our source function is 1, and our destination function is 1 minus source color, then obviously the destination color appears. For example, if we change this to blue, if the destination color is blue, then it's blue because the black is being earned out. So let's just add in that blend state, enable that. So we'll say that our source function is 1, our destination function is 1 minus source color, and there we get a nice looking box with textures rendered to it.